is this kill command. Open command, click them, kill. Bring them there, bish bash bosh, done. Carla's in it.
Yes?
Hello. Bloody hell, chap, look at it. Did he even give me another settlement to go to? He didn't, what the fuck? Where is this guy? Bloody hell. Get away from there. So noisy. He likes walking in the water. One thing I can do. I can teleport to him. I think. Or teleport him to me. One of them. He should be next to me then.
Ahem. You wanted help earlier. Some kind of machine to get into the Institute?
Oh, what? It's now? I thought I had to make him go to castle.
It gets me inside the Institute. That's all that matters.
Okay, General. If you think it will really...
Oh shit, oops. I thought this was going to be like a 3-hour long stream, just going through all of the settlements until we get to castle or something. Nope. All I had to do was one. All I had to do was start one of the people's quests. Sturges.
What's up?
What did he say? It did say talk to Sturges.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Do you think you can build this?
Wow. What a mess. Teleportation.
I wouldn't be wasting your...
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna need some time to study, but you can get started on what he... it'll need some...
I'm not feeling...
Don't worry. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary. While you're working on that, keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be...
Sir, welcome back, sir.
Hey, Sturgis.
I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. I think I got a handle. Here's a list of 3. I'll meet you over at the...
Whatever. I'd better get started.
Okay. One thing to keep in... I'll see
Enough.
you over at the building site.
Blah, blah, blah.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Yep.
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. I'll start scanning for an...
Ugh.
Whenever you're ready.
Hey,
Need something?
Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest.
wait there.
Leaving me behind. It's your funeral.
Getting cold feet? I don't blame you.
They've gotten to the platform. Shut up. This better not be a DMCA-able music. Bloody hell.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way,
Hold still.
I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh.
Help, Sturgis. Help.
Yeah,
help.
we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
No. Hello? It didn't work. Hello. Is this optional? Do I have to do this? I probably could. Hang on. Load holotape. Scanner. did it find? We can't. We can't see what it found. What it found.
Hello.
Hello.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Wait, come on, Bugby. Fuck's sake.
I can only imagine what you've heard.
She's inside my
what you
head.
think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Wow. Look how clean it is, chap.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated
There's a
ourselves
comic
to
over there, I think.
humanity's survival. Decades of research,
Yes.
countless experiments,
North Wing.
trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable.
This is so bright, chat. Fucking
I'd
hell.
like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Oh, goddamn them. So many years stolen.
Who are you?
These bad people, they stole you from me.
Yes,
Father,
they stole you.
What's going on? What's happening?
Those bastards, they took you from me.
What's going on?
Yes,
Father?
They took
Father!
you.
I'll kill them for this. All of them.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Damn it. Sean, open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean.
I might have to turn down the brightness a little bit.
S923, recall
It's a little better.
code Cirrus.
Okay, what happened?
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here
recognition,
has
then.
been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
I want answers, asshole. Now.
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
It's really you? After all this time?
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production.
Wow.
But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed...
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
"60 years. So much time. Wasted."
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
It was a
Yes.
sad chat.
What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. I've been a part of something amazing here. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to...
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I... The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Things are pretty terrible.
I've seen it myself, and it's a life that you can now be part of.
Uh-huh.
I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A
Yes,
chance
I
to
will.
show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please, you want to introduce yourself to the division heads. And finally, Dr. Lee in advance...
Sure.
Time to take everything, chat. So I can put it all in my factory at home. Oops.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Welcome to the Institute, sir. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
There we go.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up
Excuse
this
me,
primary
Doctor.
drive
They
servo.
weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown. As you might guess, we maintain and upgrade. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratory. The work we do might not be as exciting. So, now that you're here...
Shut up. On board with what?
The Institute, of course.
Blah,
Sean
blah,
implied
blah.
you operated on a level, if not equal. If there's anything else you'd like to...
Whatever. It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
Well, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full gen...
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick
Doctor.
family is
Welcome.
doing.
So good
Young
to have you
Wally
here.
must be close to
Dr.
10 years
Clayton
old by
Holt.
now.
I can't wait for you.
Remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I look forward to
In
learning.
that case, as the name implies, our most important...
Tone
To
it
that
down,
end,
pal.
we cultivate high... We've even started to... You probably saw the...
Seems like there's...
With hard work, and I'm
Whatever.
sure I've taken up enough of your time.
I'm an outsider.
Even if science,
Blah,
our
blah,
projects sometimes require an agent.
From what I've heard? In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue.
Sure. You mentioned medical.
In that case, he's our top bio. Dr. Volker.
Right.
You won't find.
Excuse me.
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
Hi, Doc.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
If you're busy, that's one.
My tone. There's no need to take offense.
Pompous
Now,
ass.
how about...
Those mental equations will get a lot tougher after I sock you in the jaw.
What? Now, just a moment. There's no need to get angry. If an apology will suffice to stem your anger, so nice talking to you. Goodbye.
What an asshole. He's definitely going first.